Hello YouTube, Dingham back for episode 3 of the Craftnoids Showcase series. I've moved slightly, it's because I came to pick up a modular power suit, because the next episode is on the other side of the city. And I thought, rather than having to watch me lumber across, I would get one of these, because well, moving is just so much nicer with a modular power suit. And look, here we are, west platform. Ta-da! So this is the southwestern platform, and this is kind of like a production platform, kind of. We have the bee house. I should call this the greenhouse. It doesn't have an official name, nor will it ever, I guess. And then the Temple of Doom. Yeah, that's not really its name, but it's our Liquid XP and mob spawner building. But let's start over here at the ye old bee house. So yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with bees. I'm not going to go into it in detail because that's a long episode, but basically, as you can see, we have 9 owlbees. The 8 on the wings kind of handle materials or wood. Oh no, yeah, they're still working. And this is kind of like the breeding section, where the magic happens, so to speak, or happened. Then we've got our overflow chest over here, and ooh, look at all those bees. Let's grab a few of those for a second. Yeah, so this is bees. We've got the little work production area up here. Average machines, advanced machines for bee breeding, but I'm sure you know the score. And then this is where these go. This is where bees go to die, or get liquidated. They end up here. God rest their souls, and quite an impressive amount at the moment, I think. That's a lot of bees, to be honest. I couldn't tell you how many that is. Maybe 2 million. Who knows? I can't remember what the value for each bee is, but I do love that liquid, and I shall reveal that it looks even cooler in the newest versions. So yeah, pretty normal setup. I will show you some of the automated stuff. If we dip down here, pretty basic in my opinion. There are much more clever systems out there, but this works. And you can see we're under one of the owlbees, and there's a gate, wooden pipe, and apiarist pipe, and pure breeds go back in, and then everything else comes out and into this network pipe system thing. And I've got another input over here which I shall explain. If you come over here to the center of the platform, each platform, most platforms at the center, has one of these with resolute bees in it, which does bronze. And then over there, there's one in between the walkways which have copper. And the reason I did bronze and copper is because we use so much of it, or we did, because you know this stuff is really expensive. I'm going to show you what's down there a little bit, because that's worth pointing out, but I don't want to distract from the bees just yet. So yeah, products from bees come into this pipe system, and they come around here and basically hit this diamond pipe. For those that don't know what a diamond pipe is, it's just sorting, and you can see we've got a full line of combs that come over this way, which is the automatic processing, and then everything else at the moment just goes into that chest earlier where I grabbed those bees from, for no apparent reason. I don't know why I'm shredding bees on a server that's closed, I will be abandoning, but that's just me. You see, that's kind of full at the moment, but you know, there is. Oop, I didn't want to. Yeah, there is room to expand if we wanted. If we could have just put there, and then in theory, oop, we could have put another. Oh, see, look, the plants are flying in. It's nice to see it in action. Sorry, we could have put like another diamond pipe there. So it's not as clean as like red power, but I love watching these things fly around. And ooh, honey, thank you very much. I suspect that's because, yeah, it's full, because our tank's full, so we do have a backlog. But I guess how you would handle that is, oh, I don't know. Let's not worry about that. That's a problem for the next server, I think. But yeah, the combs come in, they go into the centrifuges. I think those ones that just came in have already been processed. The processed product goes up into the ender chest, and then that's the main input for the city ender chest, and then they get processed respectively. I think I showed you the tiny piles of bronze dust, which is, ooh, hello, watery, which is what basically comes out of the centrifuge and the honey drops, which I'm harbouring in my inventory. And yeah, that's a very basic auto processing system. And then we got the power over here. We have two that run permanently, and they power the refinery, and anything that's left over tops up these redstone energy cells. Now these redstone energy cells go up to the top. I don't know if we can kind of see that. That goes up to the second floor and powers all those bee machines. Now, wow, those bee machines use a lot of power, which is why we have this second engine, which should only be on when things are working, and that takes power from the solar panels up here, and the line over here is actually connected to the main city grid, which I think I'll be showing you in the next episode. The reason why it's got its own solar panels is we didn't always have the glass fibre cable. We didn't always have enough to bring it round, because it's just huge, and we don't cheat, and we couldn't afford it. But we did get some donations from players, diamonds. It's what was holding us back, not the glass. Plenty of glass, just not enough diamonds. But yeah, that's connected now, and that's pretty much all I wanted to show you at the bees. It worked well, it did its job. It was going to be redesigned. We're going to have like a big technological centre here with lots of products, but no point nowadays, because yeah, we're moving. So next thing I shall show you is what we dubbed the greenhouse. Almost complete. It's a shame that it was just off it, really, but still a lovely building. This is Fast Black, who I mentioned in the last episode, who hopefully is going to help us talk about the magic house over there. But also he helped me with the bees a lot, and then he single-handedly took care of this tree breeding project. It was his own little baby, and credit where credit's due, he bred every tree that Sengir could throw at him, and it may make him cry, but we will have extra trees on the next server. It's just came out recently, actually, like days ago, so he probably doesn't know about it. He's either going to love it or curl up into a ball and start crying, and we'll never see him again. But I shall also point out his sole reason for doing this is he really wanted that wood. He wanted the dark wood. Dun, dun, dun. I believe, I may be wrong, because I say I don't really do the tree stuff, but I think that's the kind of like the hardest one to get. But you got it without cheating, because we don't cheat. So that brings us on to the last building, mostly complete, just needed its computer system installing, like many of the stuff, but yeah, this is well, I'll explain this quickly and then we'll go turn off the spawner. Pretty average spawner. Mobs drop, they get pushed into this hole, they stand at the bottom and then the quicksand suffocates them. So I think we've got a bit of an overflow problem happening, because I turned this on earlier so I could show you that in action. As I say, this is just a manual at the moment. It would have been easy to set up a computer, but never got round to it. I'm never going to get round to it because I don't really see the need. We're on to new stuff very shortly. So what you can kind of see happening here is there are two modules, well, three kind of things. Two are from Liquid XP. I think that one is the catalyzer, and then that one is the collector. The catalyzer makes the mobs think, oh there we go, we can see properly now that the players is nearby, so the mobs drop XP, and then the collector, you guessed it, collects the XP. It's not collecting the XP right now because I imagine the XP's full, but I guess I've got two of them, so that'll probably clear that up. So let me explain the Liquid XP mod a bit, because it's a great mod and I've yet to really see it in any other mod pack, and it's a real shame because it's great. It basically converts liquid into XP, which is good for storage. You can do a few more funky things with it, I think, but I shall give you a quick tutorial on it because that's the best way to show you. So you start off by building one of these, an absorber. It's cleverly disguised with the lights, and they collect XP, and then you can start building stuff like the collector and the catalyzer, but you have to start off with an absorber because it's the only way you can get Liquid XP at the beginning. Once you've got a bit of Liquid XP, I do recommend building a humongous tank, because although that looks like an obscene amount of Liquid XP, I promise you it vanishes quickly. You see, just a couple of books and it will all be gone, and to get the right enchants you'll probably need to do this process a few times, and it does go quickly. So you'll need something called an empty medallion, and you very simply pop it in this thing called the imprinter, and it imprints XP onto the medallion. You can change the value to whatever you like, really, and then you plop them in there, and then that should fill up. Now, do we have a spare one? No, of course not. So while that does that, what you'll also need is like what I call a blank template, but we only need one. We're not greedy. Now the way I actually did this is I use zombies to get the Liquid XP, and then when they drop stuff like, not the empty chest, swords and stuff like that, you can combine them to make a new one like that. You see I've got some armors and stuff like that, and then you can use them as templates, so it's a great way to recycle. And let's see, there we go, got one medallion. While we're waiting for the other one, I shall give a little shout to the developer. It's from Imobus, who also does this RFID card. Those of you that played Tekkit, who might be familiar with his dimensional anchors, he's a great developer. I really like his work. Yeah, I just wish people would use this Liquid XP mod. It's fairly new, but it's not that new. And yeah, get it. Or pester whoever makes your mod pack to put it in. So there we go, perfect timing. 2 medallions. So next thing you need to come in is this little room over here. This is the enchanter, and you know, if you hadn't guessed, it works just like an enchanting table ish, not just. I've already got an imprint in there. So basically I call it an imprint. It doesn't have to be a sword. In fact, let's go grab some trousers just to prove it doesn't have to be a sword. Trousers. Now the way this works is you put what you want to enchant. It doesn't have to be the actual item because it is going to take damage, but you know, it needs to be the same type. So if you put pants in there, they will give you enchants. It will give you enchants that are related to pants. If you put a sword in there, you'll get enchants related to a sword. And slightly misleading, if you don't put anything in here, it won't give you stuff related to swords. It will give you a random effect. Let's see if we can force a random effect. No. Power 4. That's a pretty good one, actually. So say I'd had a bow in there, that would have been power, but if we put pantalones in there and the medallion, there we go, blast protection. So that's something you can only get on pants. When I say get random books, what I mean is you'll get like those combined, or you get a chance of getting those combined, and having power and blast protection on the same book is pretty useless because they can't actually both go on the same thing. And if I were to try and put those onto trousers, it would just delete the power and leave it with blast protection. Now you see leather, because it didn't have many hit points, we lost it immediately. So an iron sword 2 or 3 max before it breaks. So yeah, there's that. Now once you've got your book, you come over to this thing, which is the combiner, which works just like the anvil. So I haven't got something, so excuse me a sec, go grab a sword one. Bane of Arthropod, that's a sword one. So you put the thing in the left that you want to enchant, and then your book in there, and then you see it's combining. It goes doo 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 doo. There we go. And then you can recombine stuff. So if I then got fire aspect, oh no, that's the wrong one. So put fire aspect on there. It's going to take a little bit longer because it's going to take more XP each time you do it, but give it a sec, and bing, there you go. I think it's limited to 5 items per sword. I could be mistaken, but what a mod. As I say, I really like it. And before we go, I think we'll just go put this lovely sword into action. So here we go. I don't know why you need to, there you go, you can definitely see it's got fire aspect on it. And this is also why I like the city. If I kind of antagonise, oh god, oh god, oh god, I got a bit more than I bargained for. I want that creeper. There we go, come over here. Right, come on creeper, I want to show you why I like the city. There we go. Ooh, there you go. Blast proof, kind of. And if you're wondering what this is all about, it was just a little experiment. Apparently, if you put mossy cobblestone and cobblestone together next to flowing water, it would spread. Now it kind of looks like it's spreading, but I placed all of these mossy cobblestone blocks and it's been like this for about 3 months, so definitely doesn't spread. There's a tip for you. And yeah, that's the southwestern platform. As I said, episode 4, we're going to look inside some of the towers, which are the towers of power. See, there's a lightning rod up there, and I'll also show you some of the power distribution system. You can see the power line there. So until next time, goodbye.